Yeah.
Welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. Everything is on the line this Saturday. It's a playoff elimination game. It's a potential Big Ten title elimination game. It's a top 10 showdown between Michigan State and Ohio State, and it's our game of the week right here on the Gridiron Expert. So welcome back again, everybody. We're so glad you could join us today to talk about this huge Big Ten matchup that we've all been highly anticipating for weeks now. We're here to break down everything you need to know for this game and, of course, share our official prediction. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below. Go take advantage of MyBookie. Use our promo code GridExpert. It's right down there in the description. Go use our promo code over there at MyBookie to get that 100% sign-up bonus where they're going to double your first-time deposit and where you can win big. Win big every single week. Potentially win big on a game such as this one. So bet anything, bet anytime, bet anywhere, bet with MyBookie. Take advantage of it, guys. It's an offer you're not going to find anywhere else. And the same can be said with our expert picks. Some of the best college football and NFL spread picks in the country over on the gridironexpert.com. We're hitting 65% of our bets over the last 3 to 4 weeks now. The NFL picks are doing extremely well. You need to take advantage of it, guys. For one of the lowest prices in the country, you get a year-long subscription. So you buy now, you've got it through next November. So take advantage of it, guys, again, so you can start winning today. Start winning with us, start winning with MyBookie. Help us help you start making some money. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to help you do. So we take a look at this game, guys. It's the Spartans and the Buckeyes in a huge game where if the loser of this game is done, playoff-wise. Whoever loses this game will not make the playoff. The loser of this game will have 2 losses, and we're not going to see, I believe, a 2-loss team get into the playoff, unless maybe you're Alabama. But that's another story for another time. The loser of this game will be out of the playoff. And if Michigan State were to lose this game, they will, of course, be out of the playoff, and they'll be out of the Big Ten title race as well. So they'll have 2 conference losses. Ohio State obviously would have none. And assuming Michigan beats Maryland, the Big Ten East will be decided next week when the Wolverines take on the Buckeyes. So big stakes right now on Saturday for both these teams here. But the biggest storyline is, you got to get to the Big Ten title if you want to get the playoff. But if you lose this game, it's over. Your chance of a national title is over, and that's for both the Spartans and the Buckeyes. Michigan State, guys, has not defeated Ohio State since 2015, and that was actually in Columbus. So it can be done. You can win at the Horseshoe. Michigan State can win at the Horseshoe. Back in 2015, of course, they did it. It was a big upset, and that, of course, was the year that the Spartans made the college football playoff before falling to the hands of Alabama. But the thing is, while that was the last time they beat Ohio State, since then, in Ohio State's 5-game winning streak against the Spartans, only 1 meeting has been decided by 1 possession. That was actually the very next year. Michigan State had a bad year in 2016 and only lost to Ohio State, though, by 1, 17-16. So we take a look at these 2 teams now. Obviously, things are a lot different since 2015. Lots different from just a few weeks ago. We take a look at the offense, and we'll start with Michigan State. This is a team that last year had a mediocre offense. Wasn't anything special offensively, and has just seen a major improvement. The team as a whole has, but especially offensively. And really, they have Kenneth Walker III to thank for that. This guy really, I still believe, is a true Heisman contender. Really, for some, could be a Heisman frontrunner. 1,473 rushing yards on the year, 17 touchdowns. Michigan State is averaging 197.8 rushing yards per game with Walker in the backfield. Spartans are averaging 34.6 points per game. And while everybody wants to focus on Kenneth Walker III, because you need to, with a running back that good, they can make something out of nothing, who's dangerous obviously on the ground, but dangerous as a pass catcher as well, the Spartans do have a capable passing game. They're not one-dimensional by any means. They do have a passing game. Peyton Thorne has played extremely well under center. 251.8 passing yards per game for Michigan State. Thorne has thrown for nearly 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, so just 8 interceptions. And on top of Kenneth Walker, he's got weapons around him such as, Jaden Reed, Jalen Naylor, 2 players that have combined for 13 of the 21 passing touchdowns that Thorne has thrown. So this team as a whole, guys, is balanced offensively. They've got a great quarterback, a great running back, great wide receivers. Offensively, they are solid. They are fine. Same can be said for Ohio State, though. Ohio State may have the best offense in the country. The Buckeyes are averaging 46.3 points per game, 550 yards per game, 353.6 through the air, 196.4 on the ground. So the passing offense, a huge difference between Michigan State and Ohio State. The rushing numbers about the same. But Ohio State, Michigan State's led by Kenneth Walker III. Ohio State is led by C.J. Stroud, who, just like Kenneth Walker, is putting together a Heisman campaign of his own. Stroud has thrown for over 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. And then you look at who else they have. Yes, we know about Garrett Wilson. We know about Chris Olave. We know about the wide receiver core. We know about Ohio State. But then you've got a guy like TreVeyon Henderson, who's quietly racked up a 1,000-yard season already for 14 touchdowns. And his offense, like Michigan State, has weapons everywhere, at quarterback, at running back, and of course in their wide receiver core. Ohio State's a team, guys, that yes, is averaging over 46 points per game. They're a team that scored at least 26 in every single game. At least 26 points in every game. Second lowest after that is 28, and the second lowest after that is who knows, because they're racking up big-time numbers. I mean, just last week, guys, against a ranked Purdue team, 59 points, 66 against Maryland. I mean, they're putting up big-time numbers regardless of who the opponent is. Michigan State's defense is going to have to find a way to slow that down. The problem is, I don't know if they can. Michigan State, guys, their defense will have their hands full. And that can be said with anybody that takes on this Buckeyes offense. If you accept the challenge of playing Ohio State, your defense better be ready. Because, again, I do believe they have the best offense in the country right now. The Spartans are allowing just 22.5 points per game. That's not a bad mark. But what is a bad mark is the fact they're allowing 329 passing yards per game. 329 passing yards per game, going up against an offense that's averaging over 350 passing yards per game. So if those numbers mean anything, it means that Ohio State is going to roll into their home stadium and light up Michigan State through the air. The Spartans are going to have to play their best game of the year defensively and their best game of the year in the secondary if they want to have any chance of winning this game. And the problem is, guys, you look at the numbers, I don't know if it's possible. I mean, Michigan State just last week allowed 350 passing yards to Maryland. The week before, their first loss of the year, 536 yards passing to Purdue. They allowed 406 passing yards to Michigan. Even though they won that game, still over 400 yards to the air. 488 passing yards to Western Kentucky earlier in the year. And yes, Western Kentucky has the best passing offense in the country right now, statistically, but still 488 yards to the Hilltoppers. This will be the best offense that Michigan State has seen. And the fact they're allowing those type of numbers to offenses that I wouldn't necessarily say are majorly inferior, but are inferior to Ohio State, is a cause of concern. And it should be. Ohio State defensively, they are getting there as well. They're by no means elite. This Buckeyes defense is by no means elite, but they have, if you've watched Ohio State, they have improved weekly. Ohio State has got better every single week. The Buckeyes are allowing just 20.2 points per game. They are allowing 261.5 passing yards per game. So secondary, still a little shaky, not that great. And they're allowing 107.3 rushing yards per game. To me, that's the key number. They're allowing just a little over 100 rushing yards per game. Michigan State's averaging nearly 200. So Ohio State, their focus has to be, if you take away Kenneth Walker III, that makes Peyton Thorne win this game solely through the air on the road. And that's what Ohio State needs to do. Michigan State's focus is going to be stopping the pass, or at least slowing it down. Got to be able to bulk up in the secondary. Got to be able to slow down C.J. Stroud and slow down Ohio State's passing attack. Ohio State's key has to be stopping Kenneth Walker III, making Michigan State one-dimensional, forcing Peyton Thorne to win this game through the air. Something that, we're not sure he can do, but something that when you're facing an Ohio State defense that is allowed 390 passing yards to Purdue, allowed 248 passing yards to Nebraska, 361 to Penn State, 279 to Maryland, something that can be done. We really haven't had to see Peyton Thorne solely take over. We saw him do really, really well against Michigan, but Kenneth Walker III did a lot of the work there too. Can Peyton Thorne win the game through the air? Signs point to, yes, he can, but we haven't had to see him do that. So Ohio State's got to start focus on stopping Kenneth Walker III, making Michigan State one-dimensional. Michigan State obviously has to focus on stopping the pass with one of the worst secondaries in the entire country. So what is going to happen on Saturday, guys? Saturday early, 11 a.m. kickoff Central Time. Between two top 10 teams, where the loser will be done. The loser will not be going to the playoff, and the loser will most likely not be going to the Big Ten championship game. Michigan State certainly will not be going to the Big Ten championship if they were to fall to the Buckeyes. So who do we have? I'm all over Ohio State. I can't go against Ohio State. It is in Columbus with what I do believe to be the best offense in the country versus one of the worst secondaries in the country. Yes, Michigan State will be hyped. Yes, they know the stakes. Ohio State knows the stakes too. So I fully expect Mel Tucker to have his squad ready to go. I'm not saying Ohio State strolls in here and wins by 28 like they did against Purdue last week. I'm not saying that at all. But I do think Ohio State wins this game by more than one possession. I do believe that. I don't see this game coming down to the wire. I would be surprised if it did, because I don't have faith in Michigan State's defense right now to get the stops needed, the turnovers needed, the stops needed, anything like that to make the plays defensively to stop this Ohio State offense. I just don't have faith in them because we haven't seen them do that all year long. Yes, they're winning the games, but the numbers are bad. And when you're facing a team like this in a game like this on their home turf against this offense, I don't see how you can pick Michigan State. I don't see how you can have faith in them all of a sudden to put things together. So yes, we are all over Ohio State. We are taking Ohio State. Which means, guys, if Michigan takes care of Maryland this Saturday, and we believe they will, next week in the game, it will be a top 6 matchup between Ohio State and Michigan in Ann Arbor with the Big Ten East on the line. And again, another playoff elimination game. So the Big Ten East, guys, is about to get a lot of fun. It starts this Saturday. It's going to carry over into next weekend, but we got to get through this one first. This is the must-see game of the week. Michigan State, Ohio State, but we are rolling big with the Buckeyes. So, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. And, of course, check out everything down in the description below. Go sign up with MyBookie today. Use our promo code. Use the link right there in the description over at MyBookie. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. Get that 100% sign-up bonus, guys. You need to take advantage of it now. And you need to take advantage of our expert picks that are coming out today. Week 12 expert picks for college. Week 11 for NFL. Do not miss out on those, guys. They're some of the best in the country, one of the lowest prices in the country. If you're missing out, we're sorry. We feel bad for you because if you are, you're missing out on making a lot of money. So take advantage of it now, guys. It's a year-long subscription. Go sign up today. Be well worth your while. Help us help you. And once again, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the Gridiron Expert.